when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Northwestern Wildcats taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hawkeyes will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Northwestern's offense will go to work first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, and I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on third down. Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Hawkeyes offense has the ball for the first time. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They're working that left side. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure.
Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The play action fake. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Quick strike through the air for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Terrell. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right on the money. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
All
right, guys, let's talk about Northwestern. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer pool.
Got a man. It's Terrell. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Wildcats are on the move. They go to the ground. Lowers those pads. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. He'll pull it on the read. Sweet cut there. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Going for 6. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line. But 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Washington found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Huskies football today. Those folks in Seattle won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids.
Hey. Yeah. What's up? Oh, so you're not wearing your robe to Unanimous Claimant.
Here in Iowa, between the first and second quarter, when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down.
Yeah. Really?
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture.
What? I didn't know you wanted me to get a bop it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down.
I know we discussed it at Dave and Britt's the other night. Well, I'll go off Amazon.
Across the sidelines after the good game.
Hey, what one? The black one?
Like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right?
How much?
Start fast.
It's a seam wide open. Just making a huge play, and he sets
The same one that Green has? I understand that, but like, isn't that the same as the one that you showed me, the black one?
Power football with
What did you say the price was? The difference was? What was between Target and...
driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone.
Well, what's the original?
Second down.
What's the original one? The
give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle.
which one's the original one? Well, I think the Walmart one's the original one.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst.
No, it might be the other one.
Those attributes right there.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. We'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They want to throw it. Get it out on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Burleson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team.
I would just ask her about it tomorrow. Right?
Has it back on offense, hoping to ride the
Are you like,
to the end
yeah,
zone.
good luck. Are you officially her manager or whatever?
Touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Hand off from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Lets it fly on the move. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. He's got it. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Working that left side now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Terrell. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Northwestern wants to go quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Dances away. There he goes. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for the score.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Touchdown, Northwestern! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got his man. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Terrell. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down.
Yoo-hoo!
What a way to set him up. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the football.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Iowa City. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. With that said, let's kick it back to the guys inside Kinnick Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Northwestern about to boot it away to open the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
He's got an open man. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Snagged out of the air. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Avant. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's 1st down at the 27. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback on the keeper. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. You want to talk about hearts in throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. 3rd down play from the gun. Right down the middle.
Fucking get me every fucking time with that.
And the pummeling has started. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
35, Northwestern, 10.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Yates. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At the 40, there he goes. They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Going to the ground. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. And the Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Hawkeyes have it with the first. They're going back to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Well, they call that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to pop the draw. Shoots his way for more. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. wants to go up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They're going to run it. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's out of bounds just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now?
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Touchdown, Iowa! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make him play.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Punch it out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Wildcats want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Terrell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw again. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Quick strike complete. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
Northwestern.
To the air on first down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play